I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Martin? Here. Aldenstein? Here. Sellers? Here. Bender? Here. Sellers?
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right. The first item on the agenda is the approval of minutes of the October 20th, 2014 Town Board regular meeting. I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bender, second by Sellers. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right. Next item on the agenda is approval of claims and demands and bills payable. I need a motion and a second, please.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Bender, second by Aldenstein. It's open for discussion.
REO.
No.
That's,
No.
what's her name?
Mrs.
Jill
White.
Ray.
Yes.
Who? Isn't it Jill White?
Mhm.
Our, state elections?
Yes.
I can't believe what that county bill is. I have this $360.
Yes.
$700, my God, it's so ridiculous.
Save a lot. Add money.
I want to bring to the board's attention that last year, October 7th, 2013, our bills payable was $38,485.73.
How much was it, please?
$38,485.73. Again, last year, November 1st, 2013, the bills payable was $27,369.05. This year, our bills payable was $12,238.80. So, $12,238.80 is our bills payable. Yes.
So that's October 2014?
Yes, that's today. That's today's date.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that was for October bills, right?
From October of last year,
Right, you got that.
13. This is for tonight's bills payable, claims and demands for tonight.
Okay, but
Okay.
that was for October.
Right, right. Huh?
These were total for the month,
What was total for the month?
the figures you just gave us?
Yes.
Okay, so right now, all we have is bills payable from the 21st to the 30th, so we don't have a full month on here?
That was the final. I'm comparing apples to apples here. Last year, at this time, for this meeting, we were at $27,000 for claims and demands. This year,
Total.
yes, this year, we're at $12,000.
Wow.
It's the same, this is the same time period.
Number of days.
That doesn't compute though,
It-
because we've only got from October 21st to the 30th, we don't know what dates. the
Trustee Martin.
38th And the 27th.
Trustee Martin, what I'm trying to tell you is this time last year, at the exact same time this year, our meeting was on 11/1 of 13, okay? This year, our meeting is on 11/3 of 14.
It's 2 days difference.
It's a 2 days difference.
But what you're saying, it's not the full month that you're comparing. You're comparing
A year.
No.
The
He's
time-
comparing that 2-week period.
Right.
He's comparing that 2-week period, not the month. So
Right.
that 2-week period, we spent $38,000 in that 2-week period. This year, in that 2-week period, we spent $12,000.
Right,
So that's what he's saying. He's not doing the whole month, he's only doing
right.
2 weeks.
Because they're administered.
Right.
It would be interesting though to get the monthly costs for the month of October, the total month, and then the total month last year.
Well, I can get you that, that's no problem.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, we've reduced clientele. People are working, people are off of township assistance. That's the way we wanted it.
That's how you do it.
And that's how we reduced our costs. That's how we did it.
We have a, Do we have the number of clients that we were seeing this month versus last year then?
We had 164 active clients last year.
Last year
Uh-huh.
at this
Uh-huh.
time? Okay.
How many we have now?
46.
Wow, goodness, that is totally
So do we have too many caseworkers?
No, we do not. That's why we could do a part-time caseworker as opposed to hiring a full-time. So we're reducing all the way around the board.
If we're down to that many, when are they gonna start doing home visits?
That's a good question. Now, here's the problem with home visits. I spoke with Torma, and our bill would shoot through the roof if we started doing home visits. If we went out and started doing home visits in homes, it'd be just like the assessors, people going out in the field. And you're paying how much?
Ours is it's a larger portion of your division, that's for sure.
So that would raise our Torma rates if we did
I would
that.
like to see how much it is.
Okay,
Because I know some of the agencies are doing that,
okay,
and I'm not aware that they have any special insurance to do it.
okay. What I would do is, I will
Some
get a
of the
hold,
churches are doing it,
I will get a hold of Torma tomorrow and have them give us a quote for doing
and
home
I
visits.
definitely think we need to,
Absolutely.
as long as we're not busy, they need to be going out and doing home visits again. I think that's very important.
Don't get me wrong, they're still busy. They're still busy because we have appointments set up for our clients to come in. And we're also getting more and more clients coming in, signing up for township because the weather's getting cold and people are coming here for assistance. Will our numbers increase? They may. I can't say yes and I can't say no. But the only thing I can say is that if they become a client of township, they're going to be working. So I can say that for sure. But I will get a hold of Torma and ask them about
Okay,
home visits. And I'll have an answer for you at the next meeting.
okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Martin.
Aye.
Bender.
Aye.
Altensee.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Motion passed. Next on the agenda is the Supervisor's report. Really don't have much to report. I pretty much said it during claims and demands. We're doing well. We are doing what we said we were going to do when we took office. We're going to keep plugging away. That's what we're going to keep doing. So, next on the agenda is the Assessor's report.
Just to back up just a moment, Liz sent us off the IMRF employer portion, which is reduced this year, which will help us out again. Financially, it went down from 18.11%, the employer's part, to 17.70. So that's a nice bit of news. Again, keep saving money. The only thing I have is that we close the year, there may be one or two that'll come back, and we close the year with water review appeals. We'll start. This week we have property tax appeal board hearings, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we'll keep you informed on what we haven't done a total as far as request of where we are versus what the constituents asking for reduction, but we'll put that, we have obviously a spreadsheet made and we'll enter all of that in and I can let you know the next meeting.
How many did you have, Cindy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many?
80.
80.
Which
80.
percentage is 0.008% of the total.
Oh,
So I told
Is that
you.
80 people that applied for
No, 80 appeals, and believe it or not,
appeals?
2 or 3 of those would be one property owner appealing on 6 to 12.
oh, wow.
So we get that. So out of that 80, there's a couple of property owners that are appealing on multiple that they own. So that's all I had.
Next on the agenda is the Trustee's report. Yes.
Okay, I looked into a structural engineer,
Mm-hmm.
because if staying here, you'd need to do it, leaving here, you're probably gonna need to do it anyway. So I got hold of a structural engineering firm in Dixon by the name of Wendler. Could you spell that? I think it's Wendler.
Okay.
Anyway, he said that for less than $1,000, they could do an on-site inspection and a follow-up letter, and they could determine whether the building is solid enough for the next 20 years. They could make that determination. So if anybody wants to call them and check it out, I think it's a small cost for a big piece of information.
Okay.
I don't really see why we're doing it when we've already signed a contract to move out.
But the
Why
thing
are we
is,
putting
Nick,
any
if
more
we're
money
gonna
into
sell
it?
the building, I think we'd be required to do that.
Well, we don't know that they're gonna sell the building or what they're gonna do.
Well, that's
So I
a
think
question.
we should wait,
That's a question.
just wait and see what they're gonna do.
Okay.
Or it's something that they can split the cost.
Since they're in the building, let them do
Well,
let VAC do the
It would be a
research
shared
if there
cost.
isn't.
It's not a big deal.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the other thing is the property tax rebate. I called downstate and we still don't have anything at the Department of Revenue.
And that is because we are still waiting on the Veterans Assistance Commission to send to us the required information that I've asked them for 3 times so far.
You told me last time, Michael, that you were gonna do it.
I have it all done.
He
but
did.
the information we
Yes, he
need
did.
has to be
It has to
attached.
come from them.
Has to come from them. And they told me last week they would be getting it to me. And I said, okay. And
Okay,
'cause
didn't we have that information when we filed the first time?
They didn't attach it the first time. This is the one that the Department of Revenue needs for expediting. And so I've told them in person, I've told them by email. And
Okay.
they said they're gonna get it to us.
Now, the other thing is, we applied to the County Board of Review in 2012, correct?
I have no idea.
Well,
I
that's
wasn't the
part of the
attorney then.
process. That's part of the process. Department of Revenue said it has to be filed, you have to go to the County Board of Review first,
I wasn't
before
the-
you can come to them.
I wasn't the attorney then, so I don't know.
That paperwork
Yes.
should have been done in 2012 when the building was purchased. And if not in 2012, clearly in 2013, long before the supervisor was elected, long before our attorney Phillips was involved. That paperwork, you are correct, it goes to the board of review. From the board of review, it goes to the state.
It went to the Board of Review in 2012.
And it was refused.
It was
Rebutted.
rejected by the Department of Revenue.
Correct.
So it had to be redone.
Correct,
Okay, so now we're into 2014,
because
and we still have 2013 and 2014.
that's correct.
Now, Department of Revenue said if it's not in a timely fashion, they could reject one of the years. That's what they said.
And that's a real possibility, but that's no reflection on our attorney. It wasn't in
Um,
his hands.
Cynthia, this is just factual, okay?
Right.
This is
He
just
knows that.
factual.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
So I think what we need to do is clear up the factual and let people who we're waiting on know what we have to have and why we have to have it.
And I
Don't they
believe
already
our
know?
attorney has done
I
that.
met with their attorney 2 weeks ago almost, and showed him the section on the form that says, this is what we need. He said, fine. I sent him an email 4 days later, and he's replied saying they will send it to me. They're getting it together and sending it to me.
And are we always a year behind?
In paying the tax bill, yes.
Yeah.
So what you
Yeah.
paid in
Don't even-
2014 was
We're
based
not
on
even-
2000.
See, we had to pay the back tax. Now we have 2013 and 2014, and we're almost at the end of 2014.
So everything on
So
our
we'll
end
have
is
2
completed,
years.
right, Mike?
It's all done, ours,
Okay.
all ready to go. Been ready to go.
Okay.
So isn't it when we see this? Do you see what they're not,
They're not in
they're
financial
not.
statements.
Okay, so it's like that.
So we have one, we get it tonight.
Right.
Okay,
Well, yeah.
you know, I have
Yes.
a clarification question on the current caseload. Do we know how many of those are pending the Social Security disability?
Far as right now,
Yeah.
we don't have any, we have 3, I think, pending Social Security disability right now. 3. We just received a check for reimbursement today from a person who got their disability came through, so.
So you have 3 pending yet,
Yep.
you think?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't know, I did receive some information on a FOIA request after the assessor made some accusations about what went on in 2012. So I've got limited information, but from the information that I have, Freeport Township has established grades and salary
hourly salaries by ordinance. The last one being 62110. It was given to me by the FOIA officer, Barb, which I picked up last Friday. Yet we hired an accountant for more than the existing ordinance allows. Now, this ordinance was passed by the board. Our top grade of 17 had a beginning salary of $20.67 per hour, and our accountant started at $21.97 and has already received another 22-cent raise. I've been elected official for over 30 years. I have always had new hires and salary increases come to the board. And you can see the Freeport Township 2012-4, where we had a 25% increase for staff, which, for your information, I voted against. There are the various ordinances, and as I've been asking about for the last few months, and we're told didn't exist or couldn't be found. There was an attachment to 2010-04 with grade levels and hourly wages. We are not being very transparent if we don't bring this information to the board and to the public. We need to provide this information to the board. New hires and salaries of existing staff are at this time only carryover from the previous administration. So I guess what I'm asking is we need to relook at how we're setting salaries and hiring people and at what cost. And I'd like to see it come to the board.
Did that current accountant come into township as a new employee with a degree?
Yes.
Versus
And with,
what we had before?
and with 30 years experience as an
We had
accountant.
an MBA
So,
and a CPA. So
you had a, wait a minute.
Previous?
Who's a CPA?
has no degree. She
No,
has no degree.
no, she was not a CPA.
Jennifer did not have.
She
No.
She never
Matt
finished her
had
degree.
a CPA.
She wasn't the accountant.
No, she wasn't.
She did part of it.
But she wasn't the accountant,
No, she
so.
was not
She
the
didn't part of it.
accountant, no.
No,
She did some-
no.
Maybe I have a real
That
problem,
wasn't
and
her
I
title.
know you have a right to ask questions, but I have a real problem that all the years I sat here with you, you questioned none of this, and it was going on then.
Yes.
When they were getting 9.5%
Yeah.
increases in wages, and you never questioned any of that.
I
And now
voted
everything is
against
questioned.
it. Did you hear me say I
Only
voted
two of
against
them
it?
got raises.
No,
The rest of
you
us
voted
didn't.
against a 25-cent an hour raise.
That's,
I did.
That's,
And that was
you
an
did
ordinance.
not, we did not hear about the 9.5%.
I've never heard about it. I still haven't gotten to the bottom of it.
So is
I am
that-
gonna meet with Barb and I will get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, that's not transparency.
That is
No,
not transparent.
no, it's not.
That's right.
I knew about it in 2010 when it happened. And
Well,
I
then
was
I
very,
need to
I
get
was
to the
very
bottom of it.
disgusted because it never came before the board. And
I will find out.
It was like everybody was doing everything sneaky that they could, except the board members didn't know anything about this. you
Well,
know.
I'm gonna-
All of a sudden,
I
this
will get
one's
to the
making
bottom of
more
it.
money than, let's say, I made in the 14 years I was there.
If I have my figures right, you made more money than any of them did.
Oh, no.
Oh, are you crazy?
Oh, my
You
God.
have completely lost it.
Wow.
$21 an hour?
No, I was not.
Okay.
$19.28.
Yes.
Let's bring it back.
And you know what, Matt's left here making?
I can hardly imagine
Well,
for
I
what
have
she
it here.
did and how she treated people in that office.
Well, let's not get personal.
Let's-
This is
let's-
factual.
She wasn't there 14 years either, was she?
Let's hear this.
Supervisor Sellers, I'm not sure what the point is on going to the past, other than, you know, they're all gone. It's over, it's
Cynthia,
done.
you brought
Right,
it up at the
right.
last meeting,
And
and
I
I'm
believe
gonna
I
get to
brought
the
it up
bottom of
because
it.
it was straight up. Then take your time, but I don't think the rest
I
of the
will.
board here.
Exactly.
They already know.
We already
They
know the
already
truth.
know.
We already know.
Thank you, I will.
We already know what went on. We know.
Thank you for that lack of respect, because I worked there a long time.
Any more board, okay. Next on the agenda is public comments. Any public comments? Guess not.
No public.
Other business? Not for me. Attorney Phillips. Is executive session necessary?
No, as I told the supervisor today, we were waiting for some information to come in. It has not come in, so I went to the need for an executive session.
So I guess I need a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Motion by Sellers, second by Aldency. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Do we have to make a motion to eliminate the executive session?
No.
No, okay.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.